Now wait a minute. 6'10" and what in his bag? Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the Warriors 2022 first round pick, Patrick Baldwin Jr. To say I'm surprised he fell this far down into the Warriors' lap would be the understatement of the year. I'm absolutely shocked. In a draft where the Warriors really didn't even need to be in, the Dubs somehow managed to pick up a player that is not only a consensus 5-star pick, but the top-ranked player in his class for 3 years in a row. That's sophomore, junior, and senior years for PBJ. Just a year ago, it would have been unthinkable that the Warriors could nab a player of that talent with a low pick. But this explains a lot. The Dubs have the foresight a lot of franchises don't, and it pays dividends. All these players were underrated and counted out at some point in their career, and in most cases, before their careers even got started. Other franchises don't seem to understand that this is what makes Golden State so successful. The Warriors aren't all about those who were born with a golden spoon, but about those who were left to fend for themselves, to come back and forge a path through sheer diligence, perseverance, and hard work while making the best of the opportunities given to them. Patrick Baldwin fits right in. How, though, did such a talented player end up with Golden State with the 28th pick? Hey, what's happening, everyone? This is Swish. Patrick Baldwin Jr., or PBJ for short, was among the top recruits in high school. Not only was he among them, he was ranked at the absolute top of the pile. How good was he? Baldwin was the youngest player to ever receive an offer from Duke as a high school sophomore, an offer he turned down because he instead wanted to play for his father, as his father was a coach for the Milwaukee Panthers in the Horizons League. He was, in essence, the big kahuna, and he stayed there for the entirety of his high school career. In 2018, PBJ was playing for Hamilton High School, where in his junior year he averaged 24 points per game and 11 rebounds. While not extraordinarily athletic, he has a bit of maturity to his game. He is a 3-level scorer that can go in the post or take it out to the perimeter to knock down shots. If I had to compare him, I'd go out on a limb and say the kid is very similar to a Larry Bird / Kevin Durant playing style. He uses his height to his advantage, but he takes it up a notch as he not only can shoot, but he can handle the ball as well. For his efforts in his junior year, PBJ won Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Wisconsin. He then went on to play for his father in Milwaukee. Since his father was a coach, you know he grew up playing the right way. He was the highest rated recruit to ever play in the Horizons League. In his first game out, he dropped 21 and 10. He subsequently had a season-ending injury in his second game of the season when he injured his ankle. He seemingly tried to come back too early from his injuries and ended up not doing nearly as well as his accolades would indicate. He suffered a second injury, which he tried to come back from again, but that didn't work either. The struggles would send his value on a downward spiral. His dad, Patrick Baldwin Sr., was a former basketball player who played college basketball and then played internationally as well in Bosnia and Croatia. He took up coaching 20 years ago, just prior to the birth of PBJ, presumably when he started his family. While his freshman year didn't work out as expected, PBJ was selected to become a part of the best team in the league. When it comes to developing talent and optimizing players with a history of injuries with one of the best medical teams the league has to offer, the Golden State Warriors. So, where will he fit on this roster? The Warriors have plenty of young talent on this team already, and with a number of talented players still remaining on the board. I was hoping the Warriors wouldn't have to draft another guard. If they did, I'd hope they would draft Jaden Hardy, who also had a bad year but is talented nonetheless. To my surprise, PBJ was still available at number 28, and the Warriors didn't hesitate to pull the trigger. Baldwin has a smooth jumper, the length and size to defend and play multiple positions, and literally plays 1 through 5. His bad year was a godsend for the kid and his aspirations, as it led him right into the Warriors' lap. He will likely be mostly used in the forward position, but best believe that Steve Kerr will have him stretch the floor as a 5 in many situations. He's got great handling for his size as well as the ability to finish. He can play above the rim when necessary, but really likes to score. I could easily see him slotting in between Kevon Looney and Andrew Wiggins. Not on the starting lineup, but with regards to fit. The wrong setup, worst case scenario, gives the Warriors their bowl, whereas the right setting will have the Dubs with a young KD. Where he'll mostly play, however, is off the bench with the rest of the young core, which at this point includes Poole, Moody, Kuminga, now Baldwin, and Wiseman. The Warriors are building such a disgusting group, it sickens me. The other teams are allowing the Warriors to play such an advanced game of chess, meanwhile they're running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Just continues to amaze me every time I see it happen. The narrative will continue to be that the Warriors fumbled, the team sucks, they're not going anywhere, to the Warriors are a damn super team. There's no in between for the Warriors, and that transition from sucky to super team is practically non-existent, as you have seen this play out all year. The Warriors were called both at the same time. Poole is already cemented as a bona fide starter and all-star level player. Moody, if given the minutes, not only is a marksman, but defensively, he is a problem. Kuminga showed us this year what he's capable of doing as a two-way player, and James Wiseman, according to his teammates, has the potential for MVP level ability. We're now adding a Kevin Durant / Larry Bird type player to that lineup. All young guys, and the Warriors could not be in a better place. Let's not forget, Andrew Wiggins is still only 27. He's going to be the transition piece that plays with the current main core, and then the young core of guys coming up. They thought the dynasty was over. This is just the beginning. Thanks for watching. Till next time, swish.
Can't need a shit cock word, I'm a player, the real player. I don't give a prayer, man, fuck a naysayer. I block so hard, sweetie get served. Call me Lonzo Ball, bitches get swerved.